Guess I can take these off now. I'm not gonna be moving any snow, but I don't think it's gonna melt today either. It's only 17 degrees out right now, so we're gonna probably haul some corn. I do have a small seed delivery coming. Some random, you know, farm stuff, farm things. It's the best way to tell real quick if you got a tire getting low. I get asked that a lot. Let's hope everything still wants to run just fine. There's one. Nope, that one's... Huh, wrong button. There we go. I did have that auger just stop on me. I think when it's this cold, the belts are just like, they don't hold tension. Sometimes you get ice in the pulleys, they're just like stiff. The belts just don't grab the way they should. You gotta start out real slow and feed the corn kind of off and on. Otherwise you have problems. There's my seed delivery truck. You've got to be very, very careful. So this right here is 45 units of soybean seed. It's Paloma seed, which is through Farmers Business Network. So delivered right to the farm, like all their chemicals, works out pretty handy. Box number 2. It's sunnier coming off of the ground than it is out of the sky. I think we can go through the road construction, right?
Yeah, 55 we can drive.
We can go straight through.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Do you want to go to Glenwood or Benson and start?
Can we finish the one in Glenwood first?
Yep. Yeah, have you left the yard yet?
No, just gonna leave the yard now.
I wouldn't leave unless you just want to take the semi to grab lunch at the gas station because they're closed on Good Friday.
That's ridiculous.
Nice little afternoon run.
Banks and license bureaus are open.
The co-op's not. This is not one of the ethanol plants we typically haul a lot of corn to. This is actually one of our local co-op sites. And we hauled, gosh, about 3/4 of our corn about to this site this year, which doesn't happen too often, but they wanted the corn, they were paying for it, and that's essentially what it takes to get it from us. So luckily, I guess where I was going with that is that they're only 10 miles from home, so I'll just grab a super fancy lunch at a gas station and head back home now the trucks are loaded. Such a fancy restaurant. That was a fun little lunch trip. Looks like as long as it was frozen, Dad decided to drive down in the mud there. When it's frozen, it's a lot nicer. I think he's got the spring ants in the pants going on. He got back from Arizona, he's ready to go. A lot more than I am, because I am sick of this weather and I just don't even feel like being out here in it. Looks like he's just thinking he'll park it. We'll pull it in the shed here and put sweeps on it and everything eventually, but right now, I think the way the weather is, there's a lot of rain and snow in the forecast, so we're just gonna leave everything in there for now because it's cold. Are you sick of the cold, Anna? And she's leaving. A lot of them are pretty good.
They really are, aren't they?
I think there might be, Sam and I pulled, I don't know, 6, 8, 12 maybe off of it. I don't remember if I replaced those or if they're empty yet.
Oh, okay.
Wow, do I have a kink in my neck this morning. I can't hardly look to the right, which is that way, or down, which is that way. I'd show you, but I can't because it would send a piercing pain down my spinal cord and make me make noises like, ah! Sometimes I'm terrible at transitioning videos. I just kind of forget that I'm recording some days, and then I just don't go. You know how it is. Most of you probably don't know how it is because you just farm without carrying a camera around and documenting everything you do. Odds that this is dead? I didn't have it plugged in, so it's cold. Come on, she's just cold. There we go. She just doesn't like the temps. Now she's dead. The good news is, or the cool news is, that it's actually supposed to hit like 50 degrees here in the next couple days, so things are going to start warming up for us. The forecast looks like we're up in that 50s. We even hit 70 in a few days here. But the unfortunate part is every other day we have about a 70% chance of more rain, and as you can see, we don't necessarily need more rain right now. We are wet. It's crazy. A year ago, or last summer anyway, we had almost no rain all summer, and since the end of August, beginning of September, it just has not turned off. We are well more than replenished. And I want to remind everybody, these are brand new batteries. Been in there less than a month. X-side batteries, changed all 3 of them. We got a disconnect switch on this truck, but I don't really bother using it much because it doesn't seem to help a lot. I've come to accept it. Dog, what are you doing? Morning. We're gonna let Dad out here while the other truck charges for a minute. And now you dogs are gonna walk through the beam of the door, aren't you? That's why I'm just gonna keep holding the button, because I know you're gonna do it. Wait till it gets to the end. There you go, Didge. I even had my button on it. My finger on the button. You're gonna stay in because I'm in here? All right, what a dog. Well, I'm gonna leave now. See you later. Someone spilled some corn here over the winter. Good help is hard to find. Excessive mega turbo mode. Come on. Come on. She's just cold. She's just cold. It's okay. It's okay. It's not okay. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You went a long way around.
Well, let's try this again. They appear to be open.
39 to the corner.
Probing. I see they got a mud mess here too. Our agronomist is here now. We're gonna sit down with him for a little while and go over kind of the crop plan, the chemical plan, figure out what seeds are gonna be best on what fields, what the chemical plan is with them. Not that we've already got our seed picked out and our chemicals picked out, but this is really an organizing of where we plan to put things, and then we always adjust a little bit on the go once you actually get going. But that's the plan right now. That way he's got an idea of what's going where. Dog.
Hey, is your meeting over?
It is, yeah. It went well. Thanks for asking. So our meeting is over. It was good. It's always good to do that and kind of freshen up on exactly what the plan is. Dad's reloaded already, so he's gonna head out and then I'll reload. She's full. I sure hope they're open. This one's a little bit farther than the quick 10 miles to the local co-op. This is the ethanol plant now, or one of them that we take a lot of our grain to. Everything looks good. The corn is dry. weight was perfect, right exactly on where I can be. But now on this run, I actually have a very, very important stop to make before I head home. The sign told me to try their Bacon King combo. Okay, I'll try it. Hopefully, it's just as good as last time. It's good. Went and talked to the king. Got the rodeo burger. No, Bacon King, whatever it's called. He's a very young guy, so obviously very successful for his age since he's a king and all. Back to the mud pit. It's like it just keeps getting worse. What a disaster. We'll do this again. We got a bin over here that's right down to the floor. We got to start to sweep on it. It's not a bad thing. We knew it was coming. So, we are down to this point here. You can see this is the power sweep right here. It's an auger that will convey everything to the center there. We've got outside sumps underneath here that are open right now to get the corn out from above that, because if there's corn piled on top of it and you try to start it, it will destroy the gearbox back there. Now sometimes these things are fussy and sometimes they're not. Like that. That was not fussy at all. And there's a little sunshine even. So basically I just locked that thing into gear now, so when I fire it up, that will turn, but I'm gonna shut the back bin off that's feeding through this conveyor so that I don't overfeed this conveyor right here. Turn this one off, let that conveyor empty out, and then we're gonna switch to this one. That's my one with the sweep on it. It's a rather simple system, but it can get complicated. And when you do something wrong, it can also be very expensive. So, let's hope this locks in and goes. Sounds correct. I see corn. And there we go. You can see it's pulling from there. Center's pretty full right now. That'll slow down a little once this back part stops sliding into it. A lot of our bins are getting down there now. A lot of them getting close to the floor. We don't have a ton of corn left. We're loaded up, dog. Got another muddy truck loaded. All right, you just kind of hang out at home here. Make sure nobody tries to get in the yard or else you eat them, okay? Thanks.
Yeah, no problem, I got it.
When we haul, we just go back and forth. We load, we unload, we reload, we drive back and forth, and there's not a lot to it. You guys, I feel like you've seen it all already, including several times in this video, so I think you get the picture. So I'll be back when I feel like I got something cool to show you, which I got something in mind. We got a few more loads taken in. We got the trucks loaded again. I got a couple sitting out here ready to come in. But before I did that, I wanted to show you guys this. This is the all-new Polaris Ranger XP Kinetic, fully electric. The only reason it's here is because Polaris brought it out. We did a little bit of filming with it, so I think it's actually, I'm positive, it's leaving tomorrow. So I have only spent one day with it, doing some stuff with it, and I've learned a lot about it. And by the way, this is not a sponsored deal. I'm not getting paid to tell you guys anything. I just thought it would be cool to show you. So, a couple quick things with it. This is a step up from the electric version that they had before, to my understanding. This is a Ranger that happens to be electric. The towing capacity, the bed capacity, the horsepower, the torque, everything is at least as much as a normal Ranger or more. I can tell you that it is quick, it is quiet, it is smooth. Those are the big three things I notice about it. It's got the winch on there. I think that is an accessory, but it does have the winch. It's got the same wheels and tires. It's got the same box. It's got the same accessories available to it. It's got a 2-inch receiver. Same suspension in an electric model. Now I know the first thing everybody's gonna say is, well, yeah, but what's the range on it and how does it tow? Those are the first couple things people are gonna ask. So I can tell you this, when we did some filming stuff with it the other day, we started at 6 o'clock in the morning and we did 12 to 13 hours worth of filming. It was 20 degrees out. It's actually 18 or 19 degrees Fahrenheit when we started, so plenty cold. 20 to 30 degrees out most of the time. We towed some heavy stuff with it. We took it down the roads. I don't know how many miles we put on. I might have done a couple whippies with it. I was testing the acceleration, and by the end of the day, it was down to like 56, 57, 58% of battery that was still left in it. They tell me 80 miles. I don't know if it's going to do that around the farm. I have not driven it enough to say whether it will or won't do that, but I can tell you it's a nice machine. Here, check this out. I'm just excited about it, guys. Here we go. She's pretty. It's got the ride command screen over here, which should fire up in a second. There we go. So it's got your GPS, your radio, all the usual things. This is handy if you, I can think of a few reasons to use that. I've used it, just don't know if I'm allowed to say it. And if you want to get it in reverse, all you got to do is do that, which is handy. So I'm just gonna show you how quiet it is in the shop here. You see that? I would compare the pedal to like a variable speed drill. If you don't want to go fast, you just don't push the pedal very hard. If you want to go fast, you stomp it all the way down. It's got an eco mode, a standard, I'm in eco right now, standard, and a sport mode. It's got 4-wheel drive. You can put it in that, and if you really want to launch, you just go like this. It launches as quickly, I think, probably as a normal Ranger. I think. You see, I made 2 laps in the shop and it's still at 100% battery. It's amazing. I'm not gonna take it out and get it all muddy. I mean, it's fairly muddy anyway, but I don't want to go out there and get any more muddy. But it's cool. I just thought it was something cool to show you guys. Again, I'm not getting paid anything to show it to you. It's just, I'm impressed with it. I don't know what your guys' opinions are of electric vehicles. I know there's a lot of hesitation, especially in the rural areas, when you talk about things like, well, how are you gonna get a 1-ton pickup to pull a cattle trailer 300 miles, right? We don't have the infrastructure or the battery or the power to be able to do that. That's a legit concern, but that's not what this vehicle is designed for. I can tell you, we put one of those seed totes, one of those Paloma seed totes over there. I don't remember the exact weight. Well over 2,000 pounds, like 2,300 pounds on a little aluminum trailer. Probably not enough trailer for that seed tote. And I pulled it with it, and when I took off with it, it's like it didn't even flinch. Like it didn't have to build up to that power band and go through a transmission like a normal vehicle. It just went like an electric motor. It didn't even know it was there. It was, honestly, I'm impressed with it so far. I would honestly have a hard time, for us around here on the farm, I would have a hard time deciding whether I would go with a gas model or an electric. Overall, I want to see more from it before I would commit to an electric, but so far, I'm pretty impressed. You might have noticed I'm wearing a sweatshirt now. That's because it is up to like a balmy, I'm gonna guess 50 degrees out here. 45. The super exciting thing is we have a 70% chance of off and on rain all day tomorrow. So, hey, you take what you can get. We got some loads hauled and hopefully we'll get some more hauled tomorrow. So, thanks for watching. Keep it between the rows. Speaking of keeping it between the rows is actually the name of our second channel. It's linked down below. You should go over there and watch the videos and subscribe.